And we are ready to begin, and we're so pleased you're here. We led our messenger back to the message that we gave you on this date last year, and we said our lemonade reference was useful. What we meant by that is that we knew that many of you would find yourself in a state now in your world and in your lives where you would feel like you had been given lemons in your life, and that's never the case. It's just that you hadn't accepted who you could become. Our messenger did neither, so we stopped him today and we started to show him. We have given you everything that any of you could use to change your life and change your world. Now, that is challenging for each of you to believe. Even though we keep giving you the proof of it, we've shown it to you in our being, who is 75 years old, and he's healed everything through the work we have given him because it came into alignment. Now, he had to move through all the challenges and difficulties you each do. You all have that, but you're moving through a generational change now, which we called your restructuring. And so all of your old ideological issues and generational challenges are coming up for you to look at and to overcome. You each are doing that in your way. Now, his has been owning us because as he has discovered, well, no other soul has done this, but you're each meant to do something different. He resisted us for the longest time, and that's because he was accumulating all the information. And it's as we told him, you were being prepared. That is for each of you. You're each being prepared in your own way from what you have lived, what you've discovered, and what you choose to honor now. Now, you each take different roles. His role was quite different, and as we've said, the first part of his life was moving through every human difficulty that any of you could have. Then he still sat every day and received the information from us, and then discovered that it was a full philosophy that was never done before because it from the quantum field. And as you can see, we had him begin several months ago to start putting down messages from 2008. We wanted you all to understand that you move through cycles in your lives and in your world, and you're moving through a big one now. During those cycles, you have shifts in power. The power is being shifted within individuals and how you operate with one another, but also it's being affected by the changes of your world and your planets and the galaxies. Everything is energy, as we have said. And if you look at our message that we gave you in 2008, we said that that is what you use to direct your life. But what we gave you on this date was understanding your importance, understanding why you were here. It's just your journey. And if more of you were to take that seriously, you'd have much better lives, and you would also have a much better world. Now, this is the time that you're all meant to move. We're saying this because there's an energetic shift that is happening this day and tomorrow. And for our messenger, it's really important because it's in Scorpio season, and he's been holding back and not allowing himself to prosper as we asked you all to do. That is the generational change that you're moving through. And we want more of you to embody who you could become. And he's done the same thing that many of you have, where you don't honor what you've done, what you've worked on, and what you've moved through, because everything that you've experienced, that you've moved through that might have been challenging or difficult, you were building up this wealth consciousness, and that's what's within each of you. And so we've instructed him he has to change now that he's discovered what we have given him. And we've said it many times. You can go through our messages and you will find it. There's not a question that any of you has that we have not given you the ability to answer, because what we say is that the answers are always within you. We just guide you there, and we get you to listen to your higher self so you can start to develop the abilities to move your life forward in a way that would serve you and your world. What is occurring now, as we said, with this restructuring, you will have those who will try to control power over you, and it's in consciousness. When our messenger didn't want to begin this, he said, why would I want to do this? Why do I want to put myself out there? Because he's an introvert and he hides everything. We said because there are going to be billions of people on your planet who do not know who they are, and we've given you the information to give to them. He stopped himself. He only did a portion of it, like you might have done that with yourself as well. And this is what you each have done. But we're doing this today because we know we can feel the energies happening in your world, and probably tomorrow you'll see much more of it. And so that means that you're meant to move to a higher state of consciousness within who you are. And many of you are here, understand that on a deep level, but still have not acted as our messenger has not. Now that, again, your roles are different. He took on a very different role, and it was he suffered so much throughout his life, and now he has to change, which is what we wanted for all of you. But that can't occur unless he changes as well. And so that's what we've instructed him to do. But what we did first, we wanted him to write a little article. We wanted him to go back and see what we had done, because he resists. Many of you do that. You don't want to look at things because then you might have to complete it. You might have to remember the thing that you said you were going to do in this world, because you each have something. And he's been afraid, as many of you have. But we gave him all the information. We said, please write the book, Overcoming Fear, A Guide to Freedom. We did that in 2019 because we knew where you would be in your world. We did it before you started with your pandemic, because we wanted you to understand the trajectory that your world would be moving through. And it's bringing up everything that's good. You may feel that it's difficult. You may think that things are going a little chaotic, but that's purposeful, because you can't change anything you're not willing to see, and that's within each of you. And our messenger had to look at his life and saw all the things that he had not done because he was waiting for the rest of you. We want more of you to change that idea as well. And you will know exactly what we're talking about, where you're waiting for someone else to cause you to become your empowered self. You can't do that, especially at this time in your world. So, when you talk about the big shift that is happening, that is occurring. The split has already happened. You're in it, and we've given you the information. We did it a while ago, and we said your pathway to the fifth dimension, because that's a different consciousness. And we have given you all of that. Now, it's much easier for him to come and do this than it is for him to talk to you in person. That's just the way he is. But this is the way he came in to receive the information. You each will have something that's unique to you, that you will do the way it feels right for you, where it feels like this is your calling. And this is what each of you are coming to understand now. And the only difficulties you would be experiencing is when you resist it, or when you don't want to look at it, or when you push back and think that you've done something wrong or failed. That has never occurred. And if you read the messages, we've given you them all over the years, but they grow over years. What we did when we said, and we exposed that we had given him a quantum philosophy for all of you, is that we did it in cycles. And so if you look at the cycles for today, you will see how it grows, because that's how you grow in your consciousness, individually and collectively. And so you're each supposed to be unique. Now, his difficulty was he wasn't doing things like the regular channels, and that's been his Achilles heel, so to speak, because he held himself back when he has all the information that could help so many more of you. And you'll see it all. And we told him to go and look, and you can each do this, because we've given you everything in advance. And if you go to 2024 on our site, Any Advice for Today, and go to November 18th, November 19th, November 20th, you will see they're in order, because we knew the projection that where you would be and how long it takes you to understand and embody things individually and collectively, but we're always out ahead of you. That's a challenging concept for many of you, but if you read the messages, you will see exactly what we're talking about. And we'll have him do more so he can show you that you're each here to do something wonderful. It's aligned. You have never made a mistake. You've just held yourselves back. That's all. Individually and collectively, because you could create the world that you wanted to see, which is the other one that we gave you. We knew where you would be, and we said you could have changed your lives and world by now, if you had decided to love yourself, if you had decided to move beyond the biases and the judgment that you've had on yourselves and others. But now's the time you can do it. And so we're so glad we give you this today. And please enjoy the messages. We had them put them up for the 18th earlier, because we wanted you to have them now, because we do feel the energy within you and within your world, and we know where it's concentrated. But if you have it now, you will feel so much better, and you will understand your importance, and you will take the next step on your journey to becoming your magnificent, brilliant self. And we love you all so very much.